I guess you all know what this is. It's my mini R50, soon to be a race car. And in today's video, as I said in the last video, we are moving the engine 3 centimeters to the back for better weight distribution. Let's move. We start with the lower mount, which we will then bolt in place and then see what else we can do, because this one is the easiest and it's the one that really needs to be located. That's the limiting factor for the room we have with the engine. And you can see I pressed out the bush, burned down the rubber, and now we'll weld it into this rear control arm, mini rear control arm, which I have plenty of laying around. So yeah, this will do for now. Let's weld it in one piece and then put it in the car and then put the engine in. There, hold on. Now I have to rethink this one, but actually I do have kind of an idea for that one, because that's not 4 centimeters, it's 7. But if we can put it here, and I could put Fabricating one, or I think it's theirs, which is a bit more solid and thinner. If I could put it there, then we can tilt the engine 7 centimeters here, and we got 4 centimeters down there. So that should work. And then we'll have to redesign this one, but that's for the later date. First, as I said, we have to get the engine in, bolt this one in, and see where I need to go. Up, down, left, right, whatever. But for that, I could use some help, which I don't have. This is a pretty heavy engine in a gearbox combo. It's 150, 180 kilos, I don't know. So yeah, let's see what I can do. Damn, this motherfucker is so heavy. Part of me just died. But now comes the hardest part. I need to get it up somehow. Maybe use the engine jack, or just use a floor jack. I don't know. I'm lazy. I'll probably use a floor jack, then drop the engine on my hand, and then probably kill myself. Oh, I didn't show you the cut off the headlights. And now it's a real race car. Interlude. Let's get back to the engine. First, test fit. The lower mount is bolted. The upper mount I need to make this one. And this one is tested, as I mentioned, just placed on another hole. So you can see how much backwards we moved it. When I say we, I'm working on this project, so there's nothing falling, and that's a good thing. The problem is, I'm not really sure I can get half axles through here, but maybe, just maybe, we need to move. I mean, these are hoses from power steering hoses, so nothing major. But I do think that the axle might fall on power steering pump, so that would need to be addressed. But it's a half axle which is fixed in place, so I think I can even get it to work. And this one doesn't look like it will be falling anywhere, so this one should be good and dandy. Shifter works. I can still go up or down a bit, even though I'm pretty happy with how this is set right now, because as you can see, I mean, maybe a bit more upwards. That's it, because now it's basically as low as the subframe, a bit lower. And yeah, it kind of looks like it might work this way. There is enough space here, everything clears, and you can see that the sump is at a bit of an angle. I mean, whole engine is at a bit of an angle, but that shouldn't be much of a problem, because that's not a big difference. It's like 6 degrees maybe. But you can see how much backwards it puts. I mean, the complete engine is now sitting basically on the axle, because this is the middle of the axle, and you can see that the engine is on the axle, which should make for a very, very light front end. Now the question is, can I get it fitted like that? And even if I do, then there is one huge problem. There is absolutely no way in hell we are getting the header in here. So the question is how to get around that. But hey, this idea is turning out quite nicely. Looks like it might just work. So yeah, to help you visualize how much backwards it is, this is where this used to bolt. So this is almost like 8 centimeters up here. I mean, that's not hard to redo this mount, but damn, that's freaking crazy. Damn, this actually worked like a charm. Enough clearance all around. I can turn the wheel, doesn't get in the way of anti-roll bar linkage. And as I said, this has to go up a bit. So yeah, and it is pretty straight. It's not the straightest, but it had more bend. It was more bended backwards before than it is forwards now. So this is looking great. Now to the other side, which I'm not sure I'll be able to get looking as great. But with few mods, I'm pretty sure now, I'm 99% sure now, we'll get this engine working like this. Again, this needs to go up. This needs to be around the height of the subframe. So yeah, this will work beautifully. Half shafts aren't in. Left one, as you saw, perfect, it will work. Right one, there's a problem. We are touching here, and we are touching on a bracket that's holding power steering pump. Not a lot, barely. Here, a bit more. So yeah, at this point I have to choose either to commit. In that case, I'll be cutting this mount. I mean, you can see how much room there is down to my mount, DIY mount I have. So yeah, I can cut it on a subframe and lower it down, and then we'll clear that. And then we'll just actually lower the pump a bit. And then the only thing left are these two here hoses, which I'll just straighten out, get out of the way. And this should, in my opinion, then work. I keep losing time because of the rain. I could technically work here, but I cannot film shit because it's too dark. So yesterday did absolutely nothing. Today a bit better. How the hell do you get in? It was closed all day. You evil little witch. But yeah, today we have to cover for the losses of time. Let's mock up this mount as quick as possible. Then let's grind this one as much as possible and try to get this to work. I don't have the time to work out this situation, so I'll just cut a tube and put it in here, which is awesome actually, because there's no way it will break. I mean, it's a single shear point with a leverage of like 10 centimeters. Awesome, awesome design. As I said, it's temporary. We will fix on that. But for now, as I said, let's mock up this one. Quick mid-fabrication update. We have one side. I'm not happy because the bolt is here, so I cannot extend it enough. This side, I will extend all the way to here with the slope to here, and then I'll just probably weld in another piece right here. But yeah, captive nut, of course. Now I've cut off that one. Let's fit it in, and then I'll show you the first part of the product, and then we still need something to connect it to here, or maybe not. We'll see. For now, let's put it here. This will do, big. This will do. Now I just need to ground down the edges like here, and we have one part of the mount, and then I have to do the triangulation upwards, and that's it. Damn, this time, unlike the Fiji build, where I fucked up the mounts, I accounted for the droop in the mount. And yeah, it's mounted now. It's perfect. That's it. Now we need to mount this, but I don't have the things I need to build this, so I don't know. I have to figure this one out yet. But okay, now I can get everything. Oh no, wait. I'm still not done with this. This does need to be triangulated here. That's why I have this brace right here. So yeah, basically, we'll just put ploof, ploof, and then straighten up down here and weld it in. And done. Have to grind down a bit of this weld because the bolt is stuck on the weld, as you can see. But on top of that, everything else is fine. And as I mentioned, the gearbox is in its natural place. And this now means all the jacks can go down. Oh, and before you say anything, and I know you will, I know this is not a good solution. There will be a triangle welded completely in here with holes for like weight reduction and whatnot, and to make it look a bit cooler, but I don't have the time to put that in right now, so this will do for the next race, and then this will be a permanent solution, so this will be fixed in place a bit better. And this is all 5 mil thick, so if that gives, I don't know what to say. Here's my plan for the engine mount. Welded this cup on. Now I'll fill this with window welder up to this metal level. Then I'll let it dry just a bit. Actually, I'll just fill it up. Put that in. Once it's all filled up, put it in. Rub it all over. Actually, I should have made whatever. If it touches over there, I don't really care because honestly, a bit of vibration for a race car is acceptable, but it should also have a bit of flex. But with the window weld, this would basically be a fully urethane mount and should work very nicely. Last but not least, this one has been shortened on 2 sides because I needed to shorten it here to get the rotation downward because the engine is a bit more down, and then shorten it here. Get this angle, and as you can see, it's now painted black. We have a solid mount for the engine. That should also now work. Tomorrow we're taking the engine out. We are modifying the subframe, and hopefully after that we can get the engine completely in. Alright, the engine is out, and now final preparations. We have the mount in, still not dry as it should be, but will do. Either way, the engine is only exerting pressure downward because this will stabilize it, whatever. This I just flipped. It was like that, so the hoses were going here and here. Now I just flipped them over there, so move the side a bit. Now I still need to cut off this and shorten it down, so this is actually bolted in tightly. This is how low I need to go. That's the biggest problem right now. Once we sort that out, we should be golden. Cut up a bit of this, so the half shaft has, so the drive shaft, half shaft has a bit more clearance. And I did bend this a bit down because it was catching on the starter motor. So everything here except this should now be good. Let's try to work this out, and then I think we can install the engine in permanently. Oh, we needed to close up the firewall, so we made this. It says MW Racing, though I forgot to write it down, only on the car, so it was hard to write down. Otherwise, it's supposed to look like that, but whatever. Yeah, as I said, now to this, I cannot postpone that because that's the last thing needed to be done. Oh, and you know what's freaking nice? No, what's the opposite of nice? Completely opposite of nice. Yeah, it's 12 a.m. Saturday. This car has to be at the race tomorrow, 8 a.m. Doesn't look like we'll make it. But hey, I'm really hoping when I got that, we'll be having some smooth sailing from that point on, because hopefully we'll just put it all together. But I mean, we're practiced enough. I can get the engine going very fast, but I'm looking at this for half an hour now. I don't know if where to even start cutting, because to be honest, to cut it and make it as I should make it, and that's like make it good, I need to remove every single fucking thing from this subframe. This would need to go off, this would need to go off, and this would need to go off, and ain't nobody got time for that. So, and I have to eat something, so I'm going to grab a lunch and then do a complete rethink of this situation. I've done it all. I've cut what I shouldn't have.
Wait, what?
Wait, what is it? Cutting this off was pretty easy, just 2 cuts. Of course I cut it too low, so it wasn't perfect. But then I covered it in weld. So yeah, I wouldn't want to be the one who's cutting this off after it, but this is not fucking moving. So yeah, it's done. We need to clean it up, give it a liquid paint, clean this up, give it a liquid paint, put this back, and put the engine back, and hopefully we're ready for the race tomorrow. So let's get cracking, because we have like 6 more hours. Engine is completely in, everything is bolted. It's as sturdy as it gets, and the tolerances are, there aren't any, but the half shaft is in. This one, not so much. As you can see, I'm missing the clip, and that's the problem right now. Because I cannot find it. It did not fall into the gearbox, that's a good thing. I know it did not, but yeah. But I was waiting for that so I can put the half shaft in and then lower the car to see the angles, because they will be pointing upwards, but god damn it. Now I need to sort that out. We aren't filming a lot because we are rushing a lot. That's the space between the engine and the radiator now, so moved a lot backwards, as you already saw. Either way, we need to get this back together because we're losing daylight. It's, I think, 5 or half past 5. I don't even have the time anymore, and we need to hurry up because tomorrow is the race. Not sure we'll make it, but we'll try. I mean, we'll duct tape the shit out of this car for tomorrow, but hopefully it will work. Oh yeah, and the stock header with just the, what's it called, catalytic converter cut off worked perfectly. So I have something to work with, but for now, yeah, it will be loud. 6 p.m. 6 p.m. No more sun. Sun is gone. What we need to do: oil in the gearbox, water in the cooling system, oil in the engine. No, actually, engine has oil. Check for leaks. What we need to do: put the front bumper, tighten the half shafts, they aren't tightened, put the seat in, put the steering wheel in, sort out the, well, mess in here. You don't see it, but wires are all over the car. I need to just tie them down anywhere I can. And I mean, I don't know, we'll press for it, but I can barely talk, I can barely walk, I can barely stand. I've been at it for like 10 hours now, and I've been at it for 2 weeks now, to be honest. Okay. We're making it. Let's put the oil, guys, almost said gearbox in the oil. Let's put the oil in the gearbox. Let's put water in the car. Check for leaks. Sit in, steering wheel, start it. I don't know. I need a list. I don't have a list. Let's just do it. I know you cannot see shit, but we have the front end together. We have oil, we have water in the car. Now we switch to the interior, but because I have very bad lighting, I won't film anything. So this is it for now. hopefully I'll tune it tomorrow or later when I put the car on the trailer, if I ever do that. Morning, 6:30 a.m. and it's in the trailer. We have Alpha ready to go, so yeah, see you in about an hour from the track. As you can see, Vinny is here. Means we're racing. And what happens? Well, you'll have to see in the next video. For now, I can tell you the car drives, barely. Don't have any instrumentation, so probably will kill something. Hopefully the ABS works, because without it, the rear wheels, well, tend to lock up. Hopefully the power steering will work, because without it, I can't even turn the wheel. But yeah, the engine is moved, the car is running, the car is driving. We are racing. Hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to give it a like, make sure to subscribe to see what happens in the race. And as always, I really hope to see you in the next one. Bye!